Hi, my name is Drew, and if we haven't met before, welcome to ReadyBudgetGo. If this isn't your first visit, welcome back. It's always good to see you again. It's Monday, so it's game night. I've got my 12 savings games loaded up in the Superman binder. I'm going to be playing each of those and then randomizing them into my 12 sinking funds in the Flash binder. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go! All right, I've got my $100 in real cash sitting here waiting to be stuffed, and we're going to start like we always do with Loteria. So let me just move things out of the way here, bring in the chips. If you were new to my channel, or if you haven't seen one of my game nights before, the way that I play Loteria is that I shuffle the cards and deal them out and mark off the spaces until I get a Loteria, which is a line of 4 anywhere. And then once I've gotten a Loteria, I save $1 for every space on the card, or every chip on the card. So let's see how it goes this week. So we're starting off with Las Jaras, which I don't have. And then we have El Cotoro, and I don't see that one. La Mano, no. Oh, I do have El Cotoro. There it is. See, sometimes the colors are deeper here than they are on here, and that throws me off. Okay, El Bandolon, we do have. El Pescado, I don't see that. El Pajaro, no. La Garza, no. La Bandera, we have that. El Paraguas, no. El Gorrito, no. La Sandia, no. La Estrella, we have. La Luna, no. El Melon, no. La Botella is right here. El Valiente, no. La Araña is right here. El Pino, no. El Sol, no. La Pera, right there. El Apache, no. El Nopal, no. El Barril is here. El Arbol, no. La Calavera, no. La Campana, no. La Meseta, no. La Escalera is here. La Bota, no. El Venado, no. La Muerte, no. La Chalupa, no. El Mundo, no. El Diablito, no. El Soldado, no. El Camarón, no. Oh, wait, we do have El Soldado. That's right there. El Camarón, no. El Tambor, no. El Corazon, oh my goodness. Right there. El Negrito, finally we get a Loteria. Okay, so it's right here. And that took almost the entire deck, and I marked off almost every spot on the card. But so we're going to save $3, $6, $9, $12, which is about the most I've ever put into Loteria. I think the lowest is like maybe 7. So it's usually in that 7 to 10 range, but this week it's 12. So let me get out the, sorry for my reach, let me get out the binder, and we'll put 10, 11, 12 into Loteria. And we'll go right into the next game, which is Sussed. Sussed is a would you rather type game. I usually answer 2 questions. For answer A, I save $2, answer B, $3, and answer C, $5, and I always give my real opinion. So let's see. The first question is, I think of myself as more of A, a busy bee, B, a night owl, or C, a social butterfly. Well, it's definitely not C. Could go either way, but I'm going to say a night owl. So that's going to be $3, but I'm going to do one more here. Said, which would I most hate to wear every day? Okay. A, a wetsuit, B, a ski suit, or C, a wrestling costume. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't really want to wear any of those every day. I think of the 3, well, a wetsuit maybe. It's either the wetsuit or the ski suit, because those are both going to retain a lot of heat. And I think the ski suit is probably going to be the worst, because not only is it too hot, it's also bulky. So I'm going to say B again. So that is $3 and $3, so $6 going into Suss this week. And I'll leave that third question for next week. I'm not even going to look at it because I don't want to give myself any time to think. I like to give my real, true, honest opinion as soon as I read the question. Okay, on to envelope number 3, which is the name game. In this game, you get up to 5 clues rather to the identity of a famous person, and I save $1 per clue. And if I don't get it after 5 clues, I save $10. So let me get out a card here to cover. Okay. So put this under here and flip. And then clue number 1 is the searchers, which helps me not at all. Clue 2, Rooster Cogburn. Okay. Heard the name, but don't know who that is. True Grit. Still no help. I mean, I'm thinking maybe like Clint Eastwood. That's the only guess I can come up with at this point. Cowboy. Okay. Last clue, Western. I'm going to stick with Eastwood. And if it's not that, I'm saving $10. So let's see. John Wayne. Yeah, not a John Wayne fan. So I have to save the $10 because I didn't get it this week. And that means I also won't be doing a second one. Usually, if I get them in 1 or 2, then I'll do a second one, but not this week. Okay. So let me put that away and the card. Get out the binder here. $10 going into envelope number 3, and we'll go right into envelope 4, which is Dicetropolis. And this week we're playing Chance, so let me get out the game card, and I've got a dry erase marker right here, ready to go. Oh, that's a Sharpie. This is the dry erase marker. Okay, and I also need Dice Tower, which I put away in the dust bag because I last filmed like 6 days ago, so we'll get that out. Okay, and the dice. I just had them. There they are. So in Chance, each row is 1 game, so you can play them separately, or you can use different colored dice to play multiple rows at the same time. And so basically, it's like Shut the Box, but it's 3D Shut the Box, because I usually play more than one at once. Pardon my reach here. And that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to play the whole game low budget, but we'll see how things shake out with all of these. So you roll each number and you cross it off. You roll that number again for that die, it's game over, and you total it. If you're playing at ultra low budget, you can use a D4 to multiply, and that's what column B and column C are for. But I'm just going to play it straight in column A, and we'll see how we do. All right, here we go. All right, so red is a 2. Orange is a 6. Yellow is a 2. Green is a 4. Blue is a 1, and purple's a 1. Roll them all again. Okay, red is a 3. Orange is a 1. Yellow is a 5. Green is a 6. Blue is a 5. And purple is a 2. So that's great. They all survived 2 rolls. They're going to start dropping out, though. All right, red is a 6. Orange is a 5. Yellow is a 1. Green is a 1. Blue is a 4. And purple is a 3. Wow, they all survived 3 rolls. It's like the best I've ever done on this game, and I just dropped the green die. One moment. Okay. Roll them again. All right, red is a 1. Orange is a 6, so that one's out. So 2, 3, and 4 is 9. Yellow is a 6. Green is a 5. Blue is a 3. And purple is a 1. So purple is out. 4, 5, and 6 is 15. So we'll take that die out and we'll re-roll the remaining 4. Okay, red is a 1, so that's done. 4 and 5 is 9. Yellow is a 6, so that's done. 3 and 4 is 7. Green is a 4, so that's done. 2 and 3 is 5. And blue is 4, and that's done. So 2 and 6 is 8. Okay, so time to total everything up. So we've got 9, 18, 25, 38, 53. So 53, 5 plus 3 is 8, and so I'm going to save $8 into Dicetropolis for the week. So let me get this all cleaned up here. Dry erase on glossy stock means it wipes up real clean. Okay. 5, 6, 7, and $8 going into Dicetropolis for the week. Up next is going to be Dicetropolis 2, and we're going to play Countdown. So I'm going to need 2 D4 dice and the game card. And in Countdown, what you do is you roll 2 D4 dice, and then you use the numbers to make a number and subtract that from 100. And you keep going until you cannot subtract anymore, and then that's what you save. So I will show you how that works here. So here's the 2 dice, first roll. So got a 1 and a 2. So I'm going to make 21. So 21 from 100 is 79. So that's what we're left with. Next roll. 2 and a 1 again. So 21 from... I'm going to use 21 again. I could make 12, but I'm going to use 21. So 21 from 79 is 58. Roll them again. 34. So I'm going to... I'm going to use 34 instead of 43. And the reason is because if I make it 43, then I will be down to only 15, and that's a hard number to roll. I mean, you can't roll a 5, so I'm going to use 34, and that's going to make it 24 left. Roll them again. Yeah, that one got stuck. That's a 4. 34. So I can't subtract 34 and I can't subtract 43, so I'm done here. I'm going to add the 2 digits together and save $6. 2 plus 4 is 6. So that is Countdown for the week. And I'll put $6 into Dicetropolis 2, 5, and 6. Okay, up next is Dicequarium. And this week in Dicequarium, we are playing, let me get the card here, Shark Attack. And if I can find the Dicequarium dice, there they are. All right, so I need to roll 3d6 dice, and we're going to add together only the even numbers. And if there's any odd numbers, then those are shark bites, and those will take away a point from our total. So I'm going to play this low budget, so I'm going to do all 5 lines and add them up at the end. Okay, so we have a 6, a 2, and a 1. So we have 1 shark bite. So 8 minus 1 is 7. Next. 6 plus 1 plus 1. So we have 2 shark bites. 6 minus 2 is 4. Go again. Oops, that jumped right out. And it jumped out again. A 5, a 2, and a 1. So 2, 5, and 1. So we have 2 shark bites. 2 minus 2 is 0 for that game. A 5, a 4, and a 2. Oops, that should be 4, 2, and 5. 4, 2, and 5. So we have 1 shark bite. 6 minus 1 is 5. Last game. 4, 3, and 1. So 2 shark bites. 4 minus 2 is 2. So in total, we have 11, 16, 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. So I'm going to save $9 for Shark Attack for the week for Dicequarium. Put those over there. Clean this off. And if you like Dicetropolis, Dicetropolis 2, or Dicequarium, they are all available in my Etsy shop as physical products or digital. So I need to get out $9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that will all go into envelope number 6 as I fling my paper clip. Well, I'll restore that later. Okay. Next is Fruit Machine. And so I need the game card with the default rules. And I need the 3 fruit dice. Here they are. Give them a roll. Okay, so we've got a cherry, a watermelon, and a diamond. Sorry for the glare. Let's see. I think I'm going to go for the watermelons. The watermelon. There's another watermelon. 2 more rolls to make 3. Cherry, last roll, watermelon. Okay, so $8. So $8 is what I'm going to save into... Oops, nope, that was for 3 cherries. $7 is what I'm going to save into Fruit Machine for the week. I'm only playing it once because I got 3 of a kind right off the bat. So I'll put those dice over here. Clean this off. Up next is going to be Quicks, so let me get this money stuffed, and then I will take a quick break while I get set up for Quicks, and we'll play that one here in just a sec. So, $7 into envelope number 7 for Fruit Machine, and I'll be right back with Quicks. Back with Quicks, and starting a brand new scorecard today. If you haven't seen me play Quicks before, I play it a lot like Shut the Box, so I've adapted the rules for the regular game if you've played that before. I used 3 dice, and the rule that I made is that you have to use exactly 2 dice to make at least 1 number. If you cannot make a number from the dice that you have rolled, then you are out, and you total up everything that you haven't yet rolled. So I have not yet gotten the whole line, but I've gotten close. I've gotten like 1 or 2 numbers away. So let's see how it goes today. Okay, so we've got 4 and we've got 8. So I'm going to take the 4 and leave the 8 because 8's easy to roll and I might need it later to get me out of trouble. Roll again. 5, 7, and 8. So I'll take the 5, leave the 7 and 8. 8, 10, and 6. So I'm going to take 10, leave the 8 and 6. 9, 7, and 8. So I'm going to take the 9, leave the 7 and 8. 6, 9, and 7. So I'm going to take 6, leave the 7. Can't take the 9, I've already taken it. 6, 9, and 7. So I have to take the 7. 12 and 7, so take 12. 8, 6, and 4. So I have to take the 8. So all that's left is 11, 2, and 3. So I need really high or really low. 5 and 8. Okay, so I'm done. So 2 plus 3 plus 11 is 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. So that is what I'm going to save for the week for Quicks. Just going to play it once because I want to make sure I have enough money to get to all the games. So let me take the scorecard and $7. And that will go into the Quicks envelope, which is number 8. All right. Up next is Tucano. So let me get those cards out. Tucano is another commercially available game that I adapted. If you haven't seen me play it before, I deal out 6 cards and then I save according to what position they're in on the table. And that'll make more sense once I get the cards dealt here. Give them a quick shuffle first. And a cut. All right, so 6 cards. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, oh dear, 5, oh no, and 6. All right. So, cards that look like this, these 3, I save according to what position they're in. So this is in the 3rd spot, so that's going to be 4. This is in the 4th spot, so that's a big whopping 16. And this is in the 5th spot, so that's 15. So that's why I said, oh no, when these 2 popped out. These cards, if they're in an even numbered position, I will take the number on the left. If they're in an odd numbered position, I'll take the number on the right. So this is position 1, which is odd, so that's 2. This is even, so that's -1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Plus 4 is 5. 5 for the top row. The bottom row, we're at 16 plus 15, so 31. This is in an even-numbered position, so that's the left-hand side. So that's -1. So that is 30 for the bottom row. So 5 plus 30, 35 total. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8's what I'm going to save into Tucano for the week. Hopefully that makes sense. I've played this every week for quite a while now. So if you want to see more of it, go back and watch some of the older episodes and check out the volatility of this game, because sometimes I end up with a really high score, sometimes I end up with a really low score. You just never know. All right, so $8 going into Tucano for the week. And then up next will be Dice Fecta. We're playing D10 Dice Fecta again, just like we did last week, but we're on a different card this week. We're playing card B. There it is. So let me get out the D10 for Dice Fecta, which should be green. It's this one. Now, if you haven't seen Dice Fecta before, there's 3 different ways to play it. All the games play the same. It's just how you score it. So I'm going to play the game, and then I'll tell you all about the different ways to save. Okay, so 7. You just cross off the numbers that you roll as you roll them. 5. 8. 8 again. 1. Okay, so 10 will give us a Dice Fecta. 8 we already have. 10. Dice Fecta. Okay, so because we filled up a section, that's our Dice Fecta. The high budget way to save for this game is to add up all the numbers in the square that gave you the Dice Fecta. So that's 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 8 is 16, plus 10 is 26. The medium budget way is to save $1 for every spot that's marked off the card. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the low budget way is to save the last roll that you had that gave you the Dice Fecta, which in this case is more than the medium budget. Usually it's less, but not always. So I'm going to go, I am going to go low budget and save 10 because I don't have enough ones and I don't feel like breaking them. So that's what I'm going to do. So $10 is going to go into Dice Fecta for the week, and I don't know why I grabbed 2 5s when I have a 10 sitting here. So let me clean this off. Okay, there we go. So $10 going into envelope number 10 for Dice Fecta. We've got 2 games left. Game 11 is Cute Machine. And I don't know what I did with the Cute Machine dice. So if they're not within immediate reach, I will have to go search for them. But let's... Oh, there they are. What luck. Okay. I got myself a little crash cart here to keep next to me. And it's helped, but still getting used to it. All right, so in Cute Machine, it's a little bit like Fruit Machine, except here we're looking for 3 or more of a kind. And then we save accordingly. So I'm just going to roll the dice, and we'll see which animal we get the most of. We got dogs. So 2 dogs, so that's what I'm going to go for. And we have 3 more rolls to roll as many more dogs as we can. And we got turtle, otter, and cat, so nothing there. 2 more rolls. That's going to be a dolphin. So 1 dog there. Last roll. Otter and cat. Okay, so we've got 3 dogs, and that saves us $4. And I'm going to go 1 more time. And I'm going to go for penguins no matter what, because I want low budget here. And we did not get any penguins. So we got dogs again, but I am going to roll for penguins. Or you know what? I'll do turtles. Turtles are okay. So I'll save the 1 turtle. 3 more rolls to get more turtles. 1 more turtle. 2 rolls left. No turtles there. Last roll. And we got 2 more turtles. So 4 turtles, $4. So that is a total of 8. Which I cannot save. So I am going to make an executive decision and say that I am going to save 7. Actually, you know what? I bet I have another dollar. I bet I do. Let me look in the bag of magic cash. Let's see if I've got one. Yep, I do. Okay, perfect. So that's 8. Which leaves me $10 for Eva's game. So hopefully it works out that way, because if not, I only have a limited amount of money that I can borrow. So, borrow. I take from another place is what I mean to say. All right, so Cute Machine and the money. It's going into number 11. We go, and now it's time for envelope number 12. Eva's sparkly, colorful sparkle roll and save game. So I need to put the Cute Machine dice away and get out Eva's sparkly colored dice. There they are. And the way that I've been doing this is that I roll these, and whichever one is closest to me is the top, and whichever one is further away is the side. And then I save wherever they intersect. Okay, so we have red and orange. Red and orange is $3. Let's go again. Yellow and yellow, so we need to roll a D8. Let me get out a D8. I'll be gentle. 7. Perfect. Okay, so that gives us the $10 that we need to save for the week for this game. So even though I'm going to erase this, I'm going to write down 7. So 7 and 3 is 10, and 10 is what we have. So that worked out absolutely perfectly for once. All right. So I'll put the D8 to the side. I will clean this off. And then the $10 is going to go into envelope number 12. It won't be staying there long, though, because I am going to randomize all of this money into my sinking funds. So once I get this put away, let me do that here real quick. I will get everything cleaned up. I'll get the flash binder back out, and we'll randomize into the sinking funds here in 2 shakes. I'm ready to randomize, but before I do, a word about wet erase markers, because that's what I've been using for my trackers in the sinking fund binder. So initially, I started out with these tacky wet erase markers, and I found these at a thrift store, I think, and they're kind of the coolest thing with the way that this packaging works, how it just pops open like that, and then it acts as a stand. And these pens are great. I mean, they write very well, but the problem is that the end is too blunt. So I needed a finer point on the markers. And the reason that these were a problem was because they put down so much ink that it was sticking to the envelopes. So I got the market leader, the Expo vis-a-vis wet erase markers, fine point, great. But the problem with these is what they don't stick to the envelopes, but they also don't erase. They ghost, so they leave behind what they've written. So I am switching the trackers for a different tracker. I'm having them made at the printer, and they'll be here, and then that's what I'm going to use going forward. But for now, I've got one more week of wet erase. So let's roll for each sinking fund. So we're going to start with clothes and shoes. I'm going to tone down the glare here, and that is going to get envelope number 7, which is Fruit Machine. And I believe that has $7 in it this week. And it does. So in clothing and shoes, we're adding $7 for a total of $23. And just make sure that's actually what's in here. Only if I can get all the cash out. All right, so it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, and 3. So the tracker is correct. Up next is household. And that is going to get envelope number 10, which is Dicefecta, which has $10 in it this week. Oops. So household has shot up to $25. And we'll just check and make sure that's what's actually in here. So 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I haven't taken anything out of these sinking funds yet because I'm still cash flowing everything for January. But that's going to change as the year goes on. All right, so entertainment and media is going to get envelope number 11. Envelope 11 is Cute Machine, and Cute Machine has in it $8. So the 19th, adding 8 for a total of 25. That's kind of what all the envelopes are getting to. Isn't that funny? And so we have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. All right, next envelope is medical. Medical is going to get number 9, which is Tucano, and I believe that has $7 or $8 in it. I think 8. Yep. Okay, so medical, we're adding $8. For a total of 26. Five, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oops. Okay. Technology. Number 8, which is Quicks. And Quicks has, besides the scorecard, $7. So technology is not as far ahead as some of the other sinking funds. See, this is what that first pen did. It smeared all over the place. I love the way it writes, but it just is a little too juicy. And then these pens are perfect, but when I erase them, they ghost. So, can't win. All right, so this should have $21. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Next is transportation. That is going to get envelope number 11 is already taken. Number 2, Sust. Sust has $6 in it. $112 plus $6 for a total of 28. $10, $20, $5, $6, $7, and $8. Okay, next envelope is eyewear. Number 7 is already taken. Number 10 is already taken. 12, Eva's Sparkle Dice Game, has $10 in it. $119 plus 10, $38. This one is running away with it. I'm going to have a great pair of glasses next year. 10, 15, 25, 35, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, next is gifts and special events. 10 is already taken. 2 is already taken. 7's already taken. Number 5. Dicetropolis 2. Dice Harder. Inside that envelope is $6. $119 plus $6, total of $26. It got so blurry I couldn't read it. Let's see if that's true. 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 26. Okay, up next, Amazon Prime. I just paid this. Number 10's already taken. Number 2's already taken. Number 4, Dicetropolis, the OG. Okay, that has $8 in it. Total of 25 again. $5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next is credit card annual fees. 2's already taken. 7's taken. 3. The name game. That has $10 in it because I couldn't come up with John Wayne. $119 plus 10, total of 21. $10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. Yep. Okay. We've got 2 more left. We've got furniture and we've got travel. And the envelopes that still have money in them are number 1 and number 6. Yeah, 1 and 6. So I am going to swap this for a D6. One moment here. Fish the D6 out of my bag of tricks. 3, 4, 3, 2, 2, 5, 3, 3. Okay, next roll. If it's even, it's going to get number 1. If it's odd, it's going to get number 6. And it gets 1. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take that for envelope 1. So Loteria has in it a whole lot of money. $12 going into travel this week. Oops. So a total of 26. $10, 15, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And last but not least, the humble furniture category will receive the contents of envelope number 6, Dicequarium, which has $9 in it. for a total of 27. All right. 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 27 bucks. We're a ways from being able to afford furniture that I would like, but I'm also a ways away from being able to put furniture in a place that I'm calling my long-term home, if not my forever home. So that is it. Oh, goodness, that is getting thick. I better do a condensing in here at the end of the month. Maybe I'll record it. So that is it for the game night tonight. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until I see you in the next one, take care.